All right, we are back with ADA for multifamily. We're using the ADA Standards for Accessible Design 2010, Chapter 2, Scoping Requirements. Chapter 2, Sections 204 through 243 provide the scoping requirements for Chapters 4 through 10 of the 2004 Americans with Disabilities Act Architectural Guidelines. Scoping requirements detail the what and how many are needed to be accessible. All areas of newly designed or constructed buildings and facilities and altered portions of existing buildings and facilities shall comply with the 2010 ADA design standards. Each addition to an existing building or facility shall comply with requirements for new construction. Alterations. Where existing elements or spaces are altered, each altered element or space shall comply with the design standards for new construction. In alterations where compliance with the requirements is technically infeasible, the alteration must comply to the maximum extent feasible. Residential dwelling units not required to be accessible pursuant to ADA or Section 504 shall not be required to comply with these standards. An alteration that reduces or decreases accessibility of a building or facility below the requirements of new construction is prohibited. An alteration to an existing element, space, or area of a building shall not impose a requirement for accessibility greater than new construction. Chapter 3 lays out the building blocks. Building blocks are the foundation for many technical specifications of the ADA guidelines. Technical specifications detail the how an accessible item is to be provided. Section 302, floor or ground surfaces must be stable, firm, and slip resistant. Section 302.2 indicates that carpet and carpet tiles must be firmly attached with a pile no greater than a half an inch, and exposed edges must have trim the entire length of the exposed edge. Section 302.3, openings. The openings in floors shall not allow the passage of a half-inch sphere. Elongated openings shall be placed so that the long dimension is perpendicular to the direction of travel. Section 303. Vertical changes in level must not exceed 1/4 inch. Beveled changes in level between 1/4 inch and a half inch must be sloped not steeper than 1 2. Changes in level greater than a half an inch must be ramped. Section 304, turning space. The ground must be firm and stable. A circular turning space 60 inches diameter minimum, or a T-shaped space within a 60-inch square minimum. Knee and toe clearance areas may be included in the turning space. T-shaped turning spaces must have 36-inch wide arms and base. Each arm must be clear of obstructions 12-inch minimum. Base must be clear of obstruction 24-inch minimum. Section 304.4, door swings. Doors may swing into the turning space. Sections 305.1 through 305.4, clear floor space. Surface must be stable, firm, and slip resistant. Changes in elevation are not permitted. Slopes of not greater than 2% are permitted. Clear floor space shall be 30 inches by 48 inches minimum at an element, and it can include the knee and toe clearance under an element. clear floor space must be positioned for either a forward or parallel approach to an element. One full, unobstructed side shall join an accessible route or another clear ground or floor space. Where a clear floor space is located in an alcove or otherwise confined on all or part of three sides, additional maneuvering space shall be provided at the element. Section 305.7.1 Alcoves for a forward approach in an element must be 36 inches wide where the depth of the alcove exceeds 24 inches. An alcove with a parallel approach to an element must be 60 inches wide where the depth exceeds 15 inches. Section 306, Knee and toe clearance. Where the space beneath an element is included as part of the ground space or turning space, it must have proper knee and toe clearance. The space under an element between finished floor and 9 inches above finished floor is considered toe clearance. Toe clearance shall extend a maximum of 25 inches and 17 inches minimum under the element. Note, space extending greater than 6 inches beyond the knee clearance at 9 inches above finished floor shall not be considered toe clearance. The space under an element between 9 inches above finished floor and 27 inches above finished floor shall be considered knee clearance. Where knee clearance is required under an element, that clearance shall extend a minimum of 8 inches under the element at 27 inches above finished floor and 11 inches minimum at 9 inches above finished floor under the element. Note that the maximum clear floor space under an element is 25 inches beyond the front edge of the element. Sections 306.2.5 and 306.3.5 state that toe and knee clearance shall be a minimum of 30 inches wide. Section 307, Protruding Objects. Objects with leading edges greater than 27 inches above finished floor and less than 80 inches above finished floor shall protrude no greater than 4 inches. However, handrails may protrude 4.5 inches maximum. Section 307.4, Vertical Clearance. Where vertical clearance is less than 80 inches above finished floor, guardrails or barriers shall be provided. Section 308, Reach Ranges. Forward reach range unobstructed with a 30-inch by 48-inch clear floor space in front of the element is 15 inches minimum above finished floor, 48 inches maximum above finished floor. Side reach range with the same clear floor space, 15 inches minimum above finished floor, 48 inches maximum above finished floor. Obstructed forward reach range with the same clear floor space. The obstruction can be a maximum of 34 inches above finished floor. 20 inches deep maximum, the reach range is 48 inches above finished floor. Between 20 inches and 24 inches deep, the reach range is 44 inches above finished floor. The obstructed side reach range, same clear floor space, same 34-inch high maximum obstruction, 10 inches maximum depth, the reach range is 48 inches above finished floor. From 10 inches to 24 inches maximum, the reach range is 46 inches above finished floor. Section 309, Operable Parts. A 30-inch by 48-inch clear floor space must be provided either for a forward approach or a parallel approach to the element. Operable parts must be within one or more of the reach ranges specified. An operable part must be operable with one hand. It cannot require tight grasping, pinching, or twisting. The force to activate the operable part must be less than 5 pounds. To continue discussions about the ADA regarding multifamily, the next several videos will delve into the 2004 Americans with Disabilities Act architectural guidelines. Those are the technical specifications for the 2010 ADA Standards for Accessible Design.